All right, here we go again. Movie review with the real one, Lonnie Dangerous. All right, today's movie review is Respect. What you want, baby, I got it. With Jennifer Hudson. Stories about Aretha Franklin. Let's see, what can I say? I know this scene, that's what okay, first let's just start off by saying that all-star ensemble. Big heavy hit names all through the whole movie. Jennifer Hudson, she did her thing. It's Aretha Franklin. It's a good movie. I'll say that. It's a good movie. Okay. Now, on the other hand, my personal is that there's some people that I feel that the breadth of their story couldn't be captured in 2 to 3 hours, to me personally. And also there's legends and myths tied to those people, so I think it's like difficult. And I was thinking, while I was gonna come and talk about this, I was thinking like I don't know how they did Ray or James Brown. They were good movies, but I don't know how they did it. But Aretha Franklin and Tupac, to me, stories are so big that it's so big that it couldn't fit often on 2 hours, but also you can break them down into little tiny stories. You know what I mean? You can make 2-minute movies about little tiny stories in both of their stories because the breadth of them is so massive. And that's why I said, also, like, me being I consider myself a musician, and me being a musician, I feel that I grew up on Aretha Franklin. My mom loves Aretha Franklin, and they play that a lot in my house. So in my house, Aretha Franklin she's the queen of soul, number one, but she also was like folklore, you know what I mean? As a musician, you're going around, you're talking and working in these spaces. Like when you talk about Aretha Franklin, that's like on a whole nother level. So like when they come up with a story, when they're going to tell a story, like, you already have stories in your head that you already played out, you know what I mean? So, or stuff that it's got pieces in it that's missing, that you just have parts of the story. So, you can't really get to it. So when you get to like Aretha Franklin, I just feel like it's just too big. I wanted to get into pieces of it, but I understand why in the story you can't really go too far because you have so much more to tell about what she did. So that's what I mean. I feel like their work is like just so massive, and that's her. She did so many things, and she's so intricate into the fabric of the music lexicon in every genre. There's not a genre that her music's not influenced by. And also that I was about to say, she has her music like everywhere, but the stories too, you know what I mean? So okay, so yeah, because I can't even tell you here about the whole story. It's about Aretha Franklin. Aretha Franklin is the godfather of the Queen of Soul. I mean, the godfather, the Queen of Soul, and it would be hard to duplicate something like that. And I could even see like how they're getting people to audition for that. And then I'm feeling like Jennifer Hudson's an amazing singer, but she's no Aretha Franklin in my book, you know what I mean? So she's doing it as she's holding her own, but her own is not even close to this lady in her vocal power, you know what I mean? So, and then I seen the Mary J, so I assume that Mary J probably auditioned for the part too. And even Mary J, who probably, I would say probably has closer power in her voice than Jennifer, but maybe not as good as an actor as Jennifer, so that probably stepped her into that role better. But also, like, I personally, again, Marlon Wayans was in the movie, and I took it personal only because and I see Marlon Wayans trying to step out and be able to do everything, and sometimes, and every time, I guess I just, when as an artist, you got to step out there and create, just to like do the things that you never did, to stretch the flexibility of your muscles, flex your muscles, and stretch them out. And sometimes it'd be hit and miss with Marlon sometimes, and I'd be wishing that they are like, people can really grasp on his multi-talented power so they can like really capitalize on it, because sometimes when he's mega massive talented, and I wasn't buying him as like a bad guy who's mean to his wife, or he's talking crazy. He was using this kind of weird accent, but yeah, so it was throwing me off by trying to focus, because I just don't buy like Marlon being like a mean dude and like hitting on his wife. He was beating up on Aretha, and then he didn't even get into that, you know what I mean? It was weird. It was weird because you know, you get little pieces of things that are happening, then it goes off, and that's because it's so massive. And I understand, because if they went into one, then they would leave a little piece out, and then someone would be like, how you gonna leave that part out of the movie? So that's why I said it's a good movie. It's a great movie. They did a great job. Everything about it is amazing. It's just the story has so massive that she's just that great of an artist, period. You don't just become the Queen of Soul without... Queen of Soul is just a title, you know what I mean? But Aretha claims the title when she sings, you know what I mean? So, and there's no one out here trying to step in and try to say that they're over her, because they already know that's what it is. And that's why she deserves the movie. That's why it's a great movie, because even though her story is so huge, she deserves a movie, you know what I mean? Because she put her stamp on that, you know what I mean? I mean, as a musician, she bridged between church. She did with Ray Charles, church and pop music, and she brought it, you know what I mean? She brought it. Shout out to Aretha Franklin. Check it out if you can. Respect. It's still long, too big of a breath of a thing, but just check it out for Aretha, because Aretha does Aretha, and she knows how to do that shit. Jennifer Hudson. Oh, that's when she was getting overworked, and she was like, I can't do this no more. I can't do it no more, mama. Mama, I can't do it no more. Shut up, girl. You better hurry up and get in there and sing that damn song.